I still pray every day like a pastor. I be too real, no I cannot stand imposters. I could get you cooked up like some pasta, smoking on knobs like a roster. Too high like a lever, dope in my jeans, ain't no Levi. SUV two-seater, so much money by my side. They gon' think it was the state fair, the way we slide. Don't drown off in this sauce, you gon' end up bad times.
Yo, it's your man, Soular Moray. You know what time it is. We out here in beautiful Atlantis. We are in Lumeria. We are in Sumeria. We're in San Diego. All right. And I love San Diego. I just really am admiring this as my modern current reality. You know, one day maybe people will look back at this time just as a spectacle. You know, I have been having a lot of conversations and realizations about things. One of these things are the whole concept and ideology of focusing on the results rather than just living our lives. It's almost like we take the magic out of our lives sometimes by dedicating it to a specific result. When I speak of purpose, I don't want people to misconstrue this as, you know, the only thing to look at, ignore our life experiences, only do this is all you're allowed to do. That's not what it is. What I'm telling you to do is this, and I'm going to summarize this, and then I'm going to get to the point of this video, which is the sauce and the secret sauce. All right? So this video is about the sauce. So first off, what I want to tell you guys is that I want you to imagine a bullseye. All right? 99% of that target you're not trying to hit. 1% of that target, that bullseye, is the only thing you want to hit. Considering that you only want to hit that 1 point, acknowledge that by hitting the center, it's almost as if you're connecting to everything equally. I mean, when it's perfect right there in that bullseye, right? It's like that's the only target to really hit. It's the only focus. This is what I want you to understand, is that it's okay to have a focus, right? And an intention, and to do things consciously. That's what we're talking about here, is moving consciously. Another example you can make is a tree. You can identify as a branch, a fruit, a twig, or whatever. But ultimately, if you go to the core of it, you're all the twigs, you're all the fruits, you're all the things. You have to identify with your source. So this is what I bring up purpose for people. Not to dictate every step that you take in your life. No, that is what free will is all about. Okay, and if you would like to know, like I said, this video is going to be about the sauce. In the Astral School of Everything, Ashe, I do teach people very intricately and detailed the mechanics of ourselves, our beings, and the realms that we're in. And I make it very simple for a child to understand. It is really a 1, 2, 3 understanding, quite literally. And I want people to realize that you don't want to live your life in chaos for the sake of enjoyment and fun and whatever experience. You want to live your life sacred. You want to have intention with every single thing that you do. Whenever you're going to shoot, you want to try to hit that target. Yes, you could miss. You're allowed to miss. And that's what we experience. We experience us knowing our purpose, knowing everything we want to do, but all the areas in our own lives and to ourselves where we fall short. We make promises to ourselves all the time, but we don't keep the promises to ourselves all the time. You know, we know who we are, what we want to do, but then we have this other person in us that we're battling. And I just want everyone to know that when you focus on your purpose, you're focusing on your most authentic self. That's it. And you move from that person. You make decisions from the source, from the core of who you are, from the all of who you are, not a piece or an extension of who you could be. Make the decisions from who you are authentically. Okay, self-love. Authenticity is the one frequency above love. So when you are an authentic, you are fully self-loving, fully accepting of who you truly are, without perceptions, acceptance for what is, and living in truth. not using subconscious programming and self-hate beliefs to destroy what we have around us. And this is why we're going to talk about the sauce. Relationships. Men to your women, women to your men, whatever in between. You have parents, children. You have career. You have the relationships, the money in itself. You have the career, the trades, the skills that you could be doing, time investment. What else do we have? We have so many things that we focus on so much. Survival mode, getting the house, accomplishing these dreams, getting these dream partners, getting rich, you name it. Well, when we're talking about purpose and our most authentic selves, everybody here is infinitely unique. And yes, we all may want similar things, but even in chasing those same things, we'll all have them in different ways. So what we're looking for is energy. And we want this energy to be in the form of a certain frequency. And when we imagine it, that is the vibration of that reality. So when you understand how this universe works and how the body works with the universe, which is like a circuit, an electric charge, positive charge. The earth has a negative charge, and the cosmic rays in the cosmos is a positive charge. And that's a full circuit if you're not fully disconnected from the earth in itself as well. There's ways in which this functions and how this moves. So you can want to, let's say, get rich. And when we look into your astrology, we look into your chart, we could see a north node in Taurus or Capricorn or any earth sign. Well, we could say that this is almost in alignment with you. Now, let's say you want to get rich and you have a north node in Scorpio, like myself, or you have a north node in a water sign. Well, it's not essentially about material wealth anymore. It's about a different type of treasure. It's about a different type of riches. You see, as a Scorpio North Node, how that would look. If I wanted to get rich and I have a Scorpio North Node, then my path to it would be through self-development, change, transformation within myself. Whereas if I was a Taurus North Node, to get rich would be material application. It would be monetary, managing your money better, managing your assets better, upgrading the quality of the things that you have in your physical reality to match your inner worth that you already have, the value you've already cultivated. So there's two different approaches that you can have to the same things based off of who you are. So I want you to know it's not the target, it's not the goal that's essentially the issue. That's essentially going to forever change. Who you are authentically won't. Who you are truly won't. You see, in your growth process, in this life, the growth process is an undoing of what we're not and an accepting of who we are truly. All right. So the reason why the sauce is so important is because we want the jobs, we want the relationships, we want the house, we want the money. But for some reason, we don't want to be in our purpose sometimes. For some reason, we don't want to know what it is we got to do to get it. And when you do want to figure out what you got to do to get it, then you're going to have to figure out who you are. How should you work with this realm that we all share in the unique way that you are? It's very easy for me to see these things. We can look at, let's give you some sauce, right? Jupiter would tell you where you expand. I have a Jupiter in Sagittarius, so I grow very much when I travel, when I experience different cultures, when I talk to different people, and I experience different ways of life and find out different ways of doing things. I can add them into my own philosophy and way of doing things. And I have learned the value of morality in this life, and I have enhanced within myself. I love to teach, and I'm a great student. Jupiter, Sagittarius, these are Sagittarius qualities. Number 9, the astral realm. So I'm boosted when it comes to the astral realm. My dreams are very enhanced and intense, and my imagination and my will and my drive go with it. So Jupiter being ruled by Sagittarius, this is a great placement for me. If you have, let's say, the opposite, Jupiter in Gemini, maybe instead of going out on all these experiences, you should be connecting to people and learning how could you say, communicating the experiences. Maybe not, instead of going through them themselves, maybe talking to people who have gone through things and accumulating wisdom, having a Gemini North Node, learning all kind of different skills and whatnot, and having a more open mind on your thought processes, and always learning. I mean, always just growing. It's one and the same energy, a student teacher type of vibe, Gemini and a Sagittarius, although they're opposites. So you'll see, even in polarities of energies, they share the same things. They're really the same things, just different extremities of it. So that's the whole point of this, is that let's not focus too much on what the goals are. Those will change as life changes, as the world changes around us, as we co-create. Who we are will never change. Who we think we are has been changing, and the egos that we choose to identify with constantly changes. And the undoing and the letting go of what no longer serves us, the letting go of who we are not, is the revealing of who we are, and the acceptance of who we are. And then we can start talking about real love, because we're dealing with the authentic self. Every other love is a conditional love if it's not the true you. If you're not being in your authentic self and you said you love me, who's saying that? Who's saying that? I want to know what the real you has to think. So with this, I want people to also realize that as much as you may want to change the world and do great for the world, where this starts is with yourself. Okay? When we all can do the work for ourselves, to all step into our purpose and see that value within ourselves and heal ourselves, can we have that world? It's not any one person that you need to focus on changing right now, or that you need to be blaming for anything. What is that verse? To be pointing out the speck in your brother's eye, but not acknowledging the plank in your own. Like, what that means is that trying to point out where somebody else is wrong, but not realizing all the things that you still got to get right. Very simple to me. So I want people to really grasp the concept of, to change everyone, you just need to change yourself. Okay? Changing yourself will change everyone. If you want to connect to everyone, connect to yourself. Okay? You can connect to everyone as well, and find a connection to yourself in doing that. Just realize that anytime you see these polarities, hot and cold, oneness and separation, you have to learn how to integrate both of them healthily into your life, based off of who you are. And all of us are infinitely unique. So the sauce is understanding who you are in this infinite expanse uniquely. So when I work with you and I give you the sauce, I'm going to be giving the sauce for free now. We're going to be locking into the purpose. We're going to be looking at all these planes, all these different dimensions of you, to figure out how your energy functions in all the different dimensions of you. Okay? This affects your physical reality. This affects your relationships, your money, your career, your health, your wealth, your placement, your location. There's astrocartography. I am not limited to any forms of astrology because I understand the core of it. One of the lucky ones. I have a left cross of consciousness, incarnation cross of consciousness, so I naturally understand the underlying patterns to the universe and how it functions and connects with everything. So it's a gift of mine to be able to see things for what they are. So tapping into your purpose is one of the first things you're going to want to do. Once you do this, then we can start to incorporate your partner. And then we can start to incorporate the kids and everyone else. But you got to focus on getting you right first and make sure that you're in alignment before you ever try to see if anyone else is, or try to fix them, because they might be in a purpose. They don't need to be super mega geniuses to be in a purpose. You just need to really follow your heart. And you have to listen to your body. You have to listen to your mind and your heart. You have to listen to your spirit. You have to be in alignment. People can do this without studying every little thing, because we're made this way. It's all of the pollution is what we need to learn to let go of and get rid of. So I offer you the sauce. Go ahead and hit me up, DM me, and we'll go ahead and get it running for you. If you want to learn astrology, I have courses for that as well. I have a school called the Astro School of Everything. All you got to do is hit me up. If you're interested in the school, go ahead and comment Ashe. You know, if you already know your chart, know your signs, go ahead and put your stuff in there if you feel like it. I want people to know this. There's no fear of other people knowing your chart, because their duty is to still master their own. And if you really want to protect yourself from manipulation of anybody else, whether they were to know your energies or not, what you would have to do is master your own energies more than they've mastered your energies for you. What are you waiting for? Do I have to convince you to do this? Or Is it just not evident that it's the only thing to be doing? Either way, I'm here to offer the sauce for free now. And what I have extra is secret sauce. Now, the secret sauce gets applied and implemented once we know what the purpose is, once we know what we're supposed to be talking about. Once we locked in the purpose, we good. There's no need to talk about the intricacies until we know the foundation. All right, so the foundation is always a sauce. However, the secret sauce is going to blow you away. All of the services, all of the things that I have available to people, all of the guides and tools for you to use to build whatever it is that you need to be building or doing, from a business to your health to you name it, your mental, books, libraries, fitness, course book. I have all of these things, and I have been accumulating these things for over a decade, and then I'm networked with multiple other masters of their own realms. So I'm smart. I'm not over here trying to master every little tiny thing within my own one little self. No, I have connected to everybody who's masters of all these different areas. And it's funny because God put them in my life. And you know, there's more, and they always show up. Everybody who showed up in my life is priceless and divine. And I'm grateful for you. And I see that that's how I am, and that's how my life is. So if you're in my life, you're priceless and amazing to me. And I harness these connections, and I make use of these connections, and I don't force connections that aren't meant to be. I let everything go, and I only let what comes to me stay. What wants to stay, stay. What caters and helps, stay. Not what doesn't just steal and take away. If you're in your purpose and it puts us in proximity, that's all I care about. If you're in your purpose and that leads my gift to being of service to you, that's what it's all about to me. Whatever your purpose is and whatever your service is, that's what we're here to find out. That foundation. So it goes back to that little quote J. Cole says, you came a long way, too bad you went the wrong way. I know way too many people, I've dealt with way too many clients that are suffering from success, stuck in a life that they don't want to be in, not happy, but they have their home, they have the basic things society said that you need, but they're not happy. They don't love what they're doing. They feel like slaves in their own lives because they're not spending it doing what they want to do, being on a boat making music. Somebody told them it was a bad thing to be rich. Somebody told them it was a bad thing to be an artist. So it doesn't matter. You have to realize the only thing that matters is what you tell yourself. If you understand who you are, to tell yourself self-loving concepts, affirmations, and terms. Or if you're also confusing yourself by not knowing who you are and you're fumbling around every day still trying to figure out who you are. This is the easy step. That's the easy part. Finding your purpose is the easy part. Hit me up. My music is on my page as well. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. You know, if this video helped you, if you think it'll help somebody else, but tap in. I'm giving the sauce for free now. That means book a reading with me. Okay, the first reading anybody books with me now is going to be free. And we can move into the secret sauce once we figure out what's really going on. Of course, you can donate if you want to. Of course, you can send me money. I won't tell you not to. All the information is there and all the links. I just wanted to make this video and show off beautiful San Diego, my hometown where I'm born and raised. I'm a Gemini sun, 12th house. Gemini Mercury, 12th house. Cancer moon, 1st house, Cancer ascendant. Taurus Venus in the 11th house. North node Scorpio in the 5th house. Pluto Scorpio in the 5th house. Jupiter Sagittarius in the 6th. Uranus Aquarius in the 8th house, ruled and exalted. Saturn is in the 10th house rulership in Pisces. Neptune is in Capricorn in the 7th house, so gonna have a very beautiful love life there, a real fairy tale type of thing there. So I mean, I digress. Chiron in Virgo in the 3rd house, Mars in Virgo in the 3rd house. You know, Lilith in Gemini, 12th house. I know me, and I know all those all those dimensions and what I'm like in all those different realms and how it comes together to project me here in this one. And I know what I'm working on. I know who I am, and I'm here to experience me, not a fraud. So anyway, I hope you guys are ready to be God and no longer a fraud. Hold it down, but keep it up. Peace.